Governor Snyder, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Well, it's great to be here again. It's wonderful to be on the island and have the dialogue going on.
There's a lot of positive energy here. One of the big things that people are talking about is getting a skilled workforce for Michigan to fill these jobs that are here. How are we doing as a state compared to others in that
Well, I think we're doing well, but this is both a huge challenge to our nation in terms of lacking enough people with the appropriate training to be successful, and it's a giant economic opportunity for Michigan. So that's why I made it a top priority. It's number one on my list of things to work on, and it's great to see it be such a big topic up here at the conference. So I was very excited today. We just announced a press conference about doing a series of videos with Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs fame, actually talking about the skilled trades for older kids. And then for the K-5 group, we have Tom Dalden with Under the Radar talking to younger children. So this is to get parents and kids understanding that these are fabulous career opportunities that should be filled and how to get more information and get them on a path to success.
And kind of maybe changing the perception.
Absolutely, because too often people viewed it kind of as a secondary choice compared to getting a university degree, and that was a mistake. They're equally honorable, equally well-paying jobs, and we need to promote them a lot more and not have them viewed as a second track. Again, it should be an equal track because people can be successful and they should find what they love and go for it.
There's been some movement in Lansing talking about repealing the prevailing wage law. How would that impact skilled trades here in Michigan?
Well, I think it could be adversely impacting it in some fashion. That's why I'm not supporting that effort, because I want to make skilled trades the top priority, and to do that the best way, I want to partner with everyone, including the trades, because they want to be part of the solution in terms of seeing more opportunities created for tens of thousands of great, well-paying jobs in Michigan.
All right, one of the things that people are still talking about a lot, obviously, the roads here in Michigan. We can all agree that they're in terrible condition. What we can't seem to agree on is how to get the money to fix them. The temporary fix the legislature came up with, $400 million coming from the budget next year. Do you think that we have the odds for a long-term fix sometime soon, a solution, a long-term solution?
I think there's an opportunity to get there. The House came out with a plan recently, and I appreciate them coming forward with a plan. They're getting reaction from the public now, and I encourage people to look at their plan. The Senate should be doing a plan hopefully in the next month or so. I've had a plan out there. So following up from Proposal 1, I hope with these plans out there we can find common ground through the summer to talk through the issues and get something done in the fall to really get a permanent solution. The $400 million is a stopgap at best. It's not really the solution we need.
It's really filling a pothole instead
of filling potholes, not
the road.
Reinventing our roads.
So do you believe then this is going to be a legislative fix? This is nothing that's going to go back to the voters again?
Well, I think that's something we heard from voters is they would prefer a legislative fix. So what I would say is most likely it's going to need to be a combination of looking at how we budget, being more efficient at the state, having a growing economy, but then also having some revenue increases.
Yeah, because people would look and be skeptical to say, what, we've got $1.5 billion that we can cut out of that what we already have right now?
Yeah, that'd be extremely difficult without making major cuts to other important things going on in our state, whether it be schools, education, healthcare. I don't think people want to see that happen. So, but will be part of the dialogue.
All right, I'm going to shift gears to education right now. The Coalition for the Future of Detroit School Children came out with their plan of what they would like to see happen at DPS. You came out with the plan. What would you tell parents right now who have children in Detroit public schools or in the charter school systems in Detroit? What can they expect now in the next 6 months or when they send their children back to school in the fall?
Well, I think it's a positive message. It shows the attention being put on education in Detroit. It deserves more attention. We need to get better results in Detroit. So if you look at these efforts, both the coalition effort, what I'm talking about, and we incorporated many things they put out there, is how do we raise the bar of performance for our schools in Detroit? Right now we have more supply than we have demand. We need that equalized, but I want to raise the performance bar on all schools, whether it be a DPS school, an EAA school, or a charter school. Our kids deserve better.
Yeah, I was going to say that isn't this something that can be spread across the board here, because it's not just problems with DPS. You've got districts around the state where scores in reading in fourth grade, reports just out recently, that they're really taking a dive. What can parents statewide expect in terms of focus on education for them?
Yeah, and there's an enhanced focus, and we've had it for a number of years, but actually there'll be a good report coming out in the next week or so on preschool through third grade reading. That's a critically important area, and if you look at, we're setting aside quite a few millions of dollars of budget resources to help back up the plan that should be coming out, and it's good stuff. That's where you make the biggest differences in those early ages, but then let's keep it going through high school and higher ed.
All right. Governor Snyder, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you.
Okay.